My name's Mike Gray. I'm going to show you step by step how to do a full cab.
Hit the road, come on, let's go. Now everybody knows that you gotta work hard.
There's no substitute if you want to go far.
But sometimes you need to have a little fun.
So first thing you got to know about doing a full cab is you got to have your fakies dialed. When you're in your fakie, you got to be going completely straight so you don't wash out or you don't slide out, because if you're going a little bit on an angle, it's going to mess up the full cab and it's just not going to work. So you also have to have your half cabs dialed, so you got to figure out your pedal pressure and have that on lock, and that'll help do a full cab. You got to figure out exactly where it is that you want to do the full cab and feel that out a couple times, and once you know exactly where that spot is and you know exactly how fast to do the fakie, then it's almost instinct to just do the full cab off of it in the right spot. Once I have that instinct of exactly where I have to do the full cab, then it's all about getting that right pedal pressure and getting the momentum around to do a full spin. Like sometimes you need two types of pedal pressure, so it's like pedal pressure to get the half cab around, and then a little more, it's like you keep your pedal pressure going to get that full rotation of a full cab, and then eventually it kind of becomes a fluent motion where it's kind of all one quick motion. That's kind of how I like it, is like one fluent hop, I guess, so it's kind of like a fakie hop 3 almost, and not so much like a half cab to pivot 180. So when you're doing your fakie, timing is everything. You got to have your back pedaling so that your feet go back into the right place wherever you're doing the full cab. So sometimes you might have to speed up your back pedal or slow it down a little bit so that your feet go right back into the right placement when you're doing the full cab. When you're doing the full cab, sometimes if you try and spin too fast, it actually makes it harder to do the full cab. Just try and do a nice fluent spin at a nice speed. If you keep your rotation at a nice speed, it'll help the full cab a lot. You want to have your weight distributed over the front of the bike. If it's too far back, sometimes you'll fall back and you'll flip back. Sometimes if you keep your chin up, it'll keep your front end up as well. If you have your chin too far down, sometimes your front end will drop and that won't help. So when you're landing a full cab, you want to make sure that you land nice and straight, because if you land on a little bit of an angle, the rollback's not going to work, or you're just going to wash out. One problem is you may not have the momentum after you land. You might come to a dead stop. So with that being said, you got to get a nice full rotation so you land straight and you get speed out of it, and that'll help for the half cab. Once you get this trick dialed, you can learn other variations with it. Just have fun with it, get creative, and make it your own.